Okay, everybody, welcome back. This is part two of the ultimate camp packing list, the only list that you'll ever need. Sorry about being late. I recorded a video down at Lake Michigan the other day, and all the microphone picked up was wind. So, anyway, part two packing list, stay to the end for our new giveaway, and let's get started.
Go, 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 gorilla, go, nah, go.
Okay, next, writing paper, envelopes, and stamps. Obviously, you want your camper to stay in contact with you at home while they're having fun at camp. So, the only way you're going to get an answer back from your child at camp is make it as easy for them as you possibly can. So, when your child leaves for camp, give them 5 envelopes with the stamps already on them, with your address already written on it, and then inside of the envelope put a piece of paper. So that way your camper, all they have to do when they have a minute is pull it out, write on the paper inside, stuff it back in the envelope, and go and mail it. That's the easiest way for them, and it's probably the best way for you to even get a response back from your camper while they're at camp, because they're having so much fun. Now, as far as you riding your camper, this is going to seem crazy to you, but it happens to me all the time. Campers will get letters and postcards from their parents saying things such as, I had one time the dog died, or the goldfish died, or we're here at Disney and man, we are having so much fun. I wish you were here with us. So you get the idea. When you send a letter to your child at camp, keep it upbeat, keep it friendly, and just say, if you want to say your dog misses them, that's okay. Just don't tell them they're dead. So, anyway, don't forget to pack stamps, envelopes, and paper for your camper. Okay, laundry bag. I'm going to tell you 2 ways that you can take care of dirty laundry at camp. Now, I spoke earlier about sending your child to camp with a tote as compared to a duffel bag. For the simple reason is there's just no room to put dirty clothes in a duffel bag and keep them away from your clean clothes. So here's 2 great ways that you can take care of that. Okay, the first way is to go out and buy a mesh bag. They're decent size. I don't know, maybe 3 feet. Um, anyway, they can, at the end of the day, they take their clothes off, they put it in the mesh bag, they draw them strings together, and they can hand it on the end of the bunk. Now, I really like this way. It sort of takes care of dirty clothes and packing at the same time. So if you go out and get a large number of those large Ziploc bags, and label them Sunday through Saturday. And then inside of each one of those bags, you can put a pair of shorts if you want, but if you send less than 7 pair, you may not want to. But anyway, if you want to, you can put shorts in it, you can put t-shirts in it, you can put underwear in it, and shorts. That way, when your camper wakes up in the morning, all they have to do is open the Ziploc bag. All their clothes for the day is there. They put them on. Then at the end of the day, all they have to do is take those clothes off, put them back in a Ziploc baggie, and then it may fit into a suitcase or a duffel bag. But anyway, there's 2 great ways to take care of dirty clothes, and pick which one you like. Okay, a bathroom bag or a bathroom kit, whatever you want to call it. Um, I see kids all the time that come to camp with, I don't know what you want to call it, Tupperware containers maybe, that they use when they go to the shower. And the problem with those is, especially if your child uses a bar of soap, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, if you take all of that stuff that's coming from the shower, super damp, put it in a Tupperware container, and lock it down. The toothbrush in it and everything gets just really, really nasty. So one of the ways I found out to deal with it is get a mesh bag. And when they're done taking a shower, they can put everything from the shower in their mesh bag and pull it shut and take it back to the cabin for the use the next day. Okay, this is simple. Don't forget to pack a comb and brush, shampoo. Now, here's a good way to get rid of the mushy soap, bars of soap. When you go to the store and you're shopping around for shampoo, buy a bottle of the body wash and shampoo both together. It makes it so much easier at camp. They don't have the mushy soap bars every night when they go to take a shower. So yeah, I recommend getting a bottle of the both shampoo and body wash, and then a scrunchy thing. I don't know what you call them to go along with it. Okay, toothpaste. Again, there's no reason to send a big, large tube of toothpaste with your camper to camp. Just go out and get one of the small trial sizes, and that will definitely last a week of camp. Anyway, toothbrush and holder. Go out and buy the cheap little tube kind to put their toothbrush in. Make sure to put their name on the outside of the toothbrush holder, just so they don't pick up their bunkmates by mistake and use their toothbrush. Okay, I said earlier to get a day pack or a small backpack so your camper can carry their items around. One of the things I suggest that you get, and probably get two of them, is the real small bottles of hand sanitizer. They usually come, you can get them with rubber around them that they can attach to their day pack. But yeah, anyway, I would send two. One they can keep in the cabin, the other one they can carry along with them. You never know if they're going to do a cookout or something like that after being out all day. If they have a bottle of it on their day pack, they'll be able to sanitize their hands before cooking and eating some food. Okay, this one is very, very important. So make a note of this. Deodorant, deodorant, deodorant. Um, Make sure to pack some deodorant for your camper when they go to camp. Obviously, unless they're really little. But there's nothing worse than for even kids or a counselor to have 8 or 10 kids in their cabin and people not using deodorant. Those cabins are always hot, they're always hot at night, and there's nothing worse than the smell of 5, 6, 7, 8 campers not wearing deodorant and being in that hot cabin. So please send deodorant. Okay, feminine products. Um, it never fails, and I think out of my 35 years at camp, 30 of them, I've had a camper, a young woman that started their period at camp and didn't know exactly what was going on. Even had a few incidents that the poor girl didn't know what was going on, and she kept the same clothes on for like 5 days or so. So if you haven't, and your daughter's at that age, have the talk with her so she knows, just in case if it starts at camp, that she knows what's going on. But because from my experience, there's something about camp that makes that happen. So yeah, just sit down with your daughter and have a quick talk. Okay, towels. I suggest you send 3 towels, 2 regular towels, and 1 big towel for the beach or swimming pool or whatever the case they may have. If you get a damp day and your child goes swimming, because they're probably going to go to the waterfront at least 2 times a day all summer, pack 2 regular towels. That way they use one in the morning. If they go back later in the day, they can use a dry one, and hopefully they'll dry overnight. So anyway, towels, 2 regular towels, and 1 beach towel. Okay, mattress pads. Yeah, if you can get a mattress pad to send your child to camp with, your child will definitely like that. Camp beds aren't made for a whole lot of comfort. So if you can get a cheap mattress pad, make sure to get it, send your child to camp, and they'll sleep much better. Don't spend much. Plan on it getting ruined or it disappearing, one or the other. But just like before, if you get one, make sure to put your camper's name on the mattress pad. Okay, sheets. Um, the size of mattresses at camp, they're close to being twin size mattresses, but they're not. So if you send a fitted sheet with your child to camp, it's not going to fit. The corners are going to come off, and they're going to end up sleeping on plastic. So what I have found out is if you send a flat sheet with them, two of them, one to cover up with and one to put on the mattress, it'll tuck in far enough under the mattress where it'll stay secure as compared to the fitted ones that come off. So anyway, if you're sending sheets, send 2 flat sheets, and your camper will love you for it. Okay, sleeping bags. Your child thinking about going to camp will automatically think sleeping bag. That they have to take one, that they have to have one to sleep in while they camp. There's a couple things to think about this. The first one is cabins are already super hot, and if you send a sleeping bag, they're not going to zip it up and sleep in it. The other thing is have them practice first. I've had a lot of campers over the years that comes to camp with a sleeping bag, and they get to camp and they don't like it. They don't like being cramped into a sleeping bag. So we ended up finding other options for them to use. So if you're going to send your child to camp with a sleeping bag, take 2 or 3 days at home and practice, and have your child sleep in that sleeping bag at home for a few days to see if they like it before you send them to camp with a sleeping bag. Again, sleeping bag is very important. You don't want to lose it. Put your child's name on the sleeping bag. Okay, pillows and pillowcases. That's very simple. 1 pillow, 1 pillowcase. All you need to send. Okay, a shaving kit. If the camp allows 15, 16-year-old kids there, especially boys, you might want to send a razor with them. I don't think that they're going to want it. It's probably more than of an option for the girl campers. But yeah, if you want to send a little shaving kit with them, feel free to do so. And again, all they have to do is put it in their mesh shower bag, and they can carry it to the shower with them every evening. Okay, here's a big one. Lip balm. Even if you get it with some sunscreen in it, pack some lip balm in your camper's day pack or backpack that they're going to take. That way they have it with them at any and all times that they may need it. Okay, medication. This is a big one. Now, when your child goes to camp, obviously you're going to send their prescription medication with them. Couple things about that that you have to remember. One, it has to have your camper's name on it. 2, it cannot be outdated. So if it's a prescription that you take once a day for 30 days and there's pills in the bottle from 3 months before that, they're not going to accept your prescription. So before you go to camp, go by your doctor and make sure that you have a current prescription for whatever it is they take. Another thing about medication is a lot of parents give their kids medicine breaks while they're at camp. And the biggest one about this is ADD medication. The parents will want to give their kids a break off the medication, and a lot of times they choose it for the week at camp. Keep your child on that medication if you can for the week that they're at the camp, and then give them a vacation when they get home. It'll make everything go by so much smoother at camp for your child, and plus your child will have a much better time at camp if they're on their medication. Now, if you choose to take your child off the medication for that week at camp, make sure to put a note on your camper's help form, or let the nurse know when you're checking into camp that you decided to take your son or daughter off some medication, so the health officer will be aware of it. Okay, vitamins, cough drops, things like that. You cannot send them to your camp with your child. The only thing that you can send is medication in your child's name. Anything over the counter, just keep it at home, because it's going to be thrown out or it's going to be put up until your camper leaves to go home for the session. So just don't send it. And when you're packing, The very last thing that you put in the bag will be your medications. So have the bottles in a Ziploc bag, and then put your bottles in, and then zip the bag up, and then you're ready to go for camp. Because one of the first things that campers do when they get to camp is they'll start unpacking a little bit, but most of the time, even before that, they will be called to the health office with their medication to turn it into the nurse. So you want to make sure it's very accessible in their bag as soon as they arrive. Okay, a few optional things here. A camera. Now, most camps are electronic free zones, but some camps do allow a digital camera. Call your camp and find out if they allow it. If they do, send a digital camera with them, but don't go out and spend any money on it. Get the lowest, cheapest one that you can possibly get, because it's going to get lost, it's going to get broken, it's going to get dropped in water. Who knows what could happen to it. So if your camp allows it and you send a digital camera, send a cheap one, take a sticker, and put your camper's name on it. Now, if they don't allow it, even in this day and age, they still make the disposable cameras that your child can go and get. And they even make waterproof ones now. They make about 30 pictures, I think, is what I've been seeing. So if you can't get a waterproof one, your child can take some pictures underwater swimming, or at least, if nothing else, they can have it around water as compared to the other one. Okay, if you want to, feel free to send some comfort items from home. If your child has a favorite stuffed animal, send it. Favorite pajamas, by all means, go ahead and send it. Stuffed animal, send it. So you got the idea. If your child has something that they are attached to at home, go ahead and send it to them with them to camp. You can send family photos. So your child can put a piece of tape on them and put them on the bunk. So yeah, go ahead and send them some comfort items from home. Just make sure before you put it in there to think about it twice, so you make sure that your camper won't get homesick by looking at those items. Okay, two of them, insect repellent and sunblock. I don't know of any camps anywhere that will allow campers to bring aerosol cans or pump spray cans to camp. So when you're buying your sunblock and insect repellent, go out and buy the kind that's in a cream that they can wipe on themselves, because if you send the other kind, your camper will not be able to use them. And this again, like I've said a dozen times, is make sure to put your camper's name on their bottles of insect repellent and sunscreen. Okay, what not to bring. I'm going to be looking down because the list I have is so long. So I'm sorry. Anyway, electronic, cell phone, tablets, Kindles, cameras, music players, valuable items, drugs. Obviously, you're going to send your camper's medication, but don't send anything over the counter. Alcohol, tobacco, cell phones, any handheld games, matches, lighters, weapons, anything sharp. Knives, some camps do allow knives, so if they do, by all means pack it, and I would suggest to pack it last along with the medication just before you seal up your bag. Aerosol cans, we already talked about. Don't send any clothes to camp that cannot be ruined. So don't go out and spend 40, 50 bucks on a pair of pants or a pair of shorts to send with your child to camp, because it's going to get ruined. So the rule of thumb is, when you're buying and packing things for your child to go to camp, send anything or everything that can be ruined. Don't send anything that can't afford to be ruined while they're at camp. And the last one, this is simple when it comes to electronics. If it has a screen, leave it at home. Okay, thanks for stopping by. This is the second and final video of the ultimate packing list for camp. Thanks for staying to the end. Please like, subscribe, share. If you want to get in on our giveaways, make sure that you leave a comment below of your favorite camp experience so I can use those to pick out the best one to give away the gifts. I think I have 23 more subscribers, and I'm giving away that handmade quilt made out of t-shirts from camps across the U.S. And when I hit 75, don't get excited, I am giving away this amazing campfire coat. Now, this coat might look funny to you, but this coat has magic powers. I have worn this coat for 35 years, and when you wear it, it gets your camper's attention, and you're like the Pied Piper. All you got to do is have that jacket on, tell your kids what to do, and they'll listen 100% of the time. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Tell your friends, and peace out.
Go, 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 gorilla, go, now go.